former CIA Director, Ambassador James Woolsey. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Sure. Listen, just one of the examples involved a billionaire Lebanese man named Gilbert Chagoury. He donated, we're not exactly sure how much, $1 to $5 million to the foundation, and then attempted to get a meeting with the U.S. ambassador to Lebanon. It appears through the emails that Clinton's top aide, Huma Abedin, was quick to help out, as the email showed, and basically, help this guy out. He gave lots to the foundation. This looks like pay to play to many. What does it look like to you, the former director of the CIA?
Well, I feel like I'm caught in a time warp. I was general counsel of the Senate Armed Services Committee in the early 70s, which was a long time ago. And if Scoop Jackson or John Stennis or any of the main leaders of the Senate back then had heard about something like this happening, they would have taken very sharp and quick and devastating action. This business of getting jobs through dueling donations is just a terrible development in American politics. It's a bad idea substantively. And it, I don't think, produces the best people.
I'm sure you're familiar with something in the music industry called payola, and it is now flat out illegal. For those of you who don't know, in the past, record executives used to grease the palms of DJs and radio stations to play their particular artist's songs. And it was unfair and it was deemed illegal. This seems, I don't want to make incorrect analogies, but it does seem really, really fishy. And it just doesn't look right. Now, granted, a lot of the aides were involved in helping, Huma Abedin, Cheryl Mills, but you've got to believe that it was okay with Secretary of State Clinton at the time to do this.
It's hard to tell. It's gotten to be part of the kind of warp and woof of decision-making in Washington. I think campaign finance is part of it. People are always raising money. And now they also use money directly and indirectly to get jobs for friends and on, and to contributors and on and on. It is one of the many things which I think make a lot of us very frustrated with Washington and very inclined to say, if that's the way you're going to run things here, we really need to clean house.
50 Republicans, many I believe you would know, because a lot of them came from security portions of the government, etc., have banded together, written that letter a couple of days ago that say we will not vote for Donald Trump because they feel he is reckless. What did you think of that letter, and did you agree with some of their points or completely disagree?
Well, they made some decent points, and some of those are very able people, but I think the key thing is that we ought to focus on the substance of foreign policy and not let it become a lesser included case of people manipulating their public relations. I think, for example, the situation we're in now, strategically, with Turkey cozying up with Russia,
right,
and could produce a strategic setback of absolutely the first order for the United States. I don't know what's going on.
Turkey, a NATO member, cozying up with our adversary, Vladimir Putin.
Absolutely, and you also, I think, have a situation where things could turn extremely sour for the United States, economically as well as substantively, in that part of the world. And we would miss it, or could miss it, because we're off here on the flanks, fiddling around with political contributions and other such matters. I think it's, I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether we're helping the opponents of Erdogan in some way, and he's reacted, or whether this is his initiative or what, but it's not attractive.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. We appreciate your perspective. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ambassador James Woolsey, you can tell